Hello everyone, taking a quick break from all the shit that's been going on, and I think I'll make a quick video about Black Lives Matter because I really need to go to work in about half an hour to maybe 45 minutes, I don't know. So this is just a quick message, kind of a little bit of a ramble about them as well. Firstly, I want to know how they can claim to be against police brutality, and they want police brutality to stop, and they want to, better black communities when they aren't dealing with their own problems in-house, and also basically, bad-mouthing the police and not actually giving them credit when they do good things, and also using actual scummy individuals like Michael Brown as the martyrs of their cause. I mean, this guy died because he tried to take the gun off a policeman. You don't do that shit, okay? You don't do that shit. Just like over here in the UK, where most of our police are not armed, you don't go around punching him in the face. You would expect a baton in the face in response, wouldn't you? I don't think that the guy necessarily needed to be shot. You don't need to actually kill them, but that's just a semantics game there, isn't it? The fact of the matter is, they're using criminals and not actual victims. Police brutality, they might have a little bit few here and there, but they use the wrong people as examples of police brutality, and there are loads of people out there, even people who are doing illegal things who didn't deserve to die, are overshadowed by the people who are actually scummy and probably had a reason to be shot. And also, let's not forget that they're also basically using these stupid chants in their protests. Yet they're claiming to be against police brutality and police killings. Yet they're advocating the killing of police officers. That pigs chant and we want dead cops when they want them now. How can you go around deploring the use of violence and the killings that the police have been doing, yet you're advocating for their deaths, and then you wonder why everybody blames you when some person in Dallas and another person in Baton Rouge shoot a load of cops and people blame you, and you wonder why Black Lives Matter. They wonder why. Most of their rhetoric, most of the shit that they do, sometimes they'll try and cause riots, they threaten to cause riots, and they wonder why this shit happens, and they wonder why people blame them. They just have a lack of awareness that all this shit is making them look bad, and it's making black people look bad. At least African Americans look bad. It's not making black people around the world look bad, because not all black people live in the same bloody areas as this lot do. And that's another thing. It's a very American-centric organisation, and it is, because it is about the American police. But then they go to Toronto and they have sympathisers in London, and you've got to wonder, where are these people coming from? Why are they doing all this shit where they don't need to be? Canada doesn't have as much of a problem with its police as America does. And America does have a lot of issues, yes, but Black Lives Matter is not the way to solve these issues. Another thing that I forgot to address is that they're not basically trying to solve their own issues in their own communities. Fatherless homes, poverty, black on black crime. They seem to be throwing that all under the carpet and just saying, oh no, it's all the police. It's white people. It's white police especially. They're blaming all their problems on white people when not all the problems are necessarily caused by white people. Maybe in the distant past, which is becoming less and less relevant, you can argue that some of these people, their situations may have been caused by some distant act of Parliament or some kind of action in the past caused by a white person. But again, it's such a tenuous link that you can't really blame white people for it, especially as we're now in 2016 and the same problems are still affecting the black community. I don't like the fact that they espouse the black nationalist and racist rhetoric that they do. I think that if they want to solve these issues, they have to work with other communities. They have to work with the people that they consider enemies, like the police, like white people. Because if you don't work with these people, and also if you don't with the black communities that are under threat from poverty and crime, etc., you won't get shit done. Instead, there are a bunch of rich college people with tenuous influences, especially with regards to that. I always forget her name. The one who's currently the most wanted woman in America, who's hiding from the FBI because she killed people for political reasons. These are the links and the roots of Black Lives Matter, especially with their top echelons, yet they don't seem to have a problem with that, yet they wonder why people do. Now, I apologise, people, that this video is very rambly and a bit all over the place. I simply don't have the time. And who knows, I might get back to this. I always say that I will get back to these subjects eventually with a much better thought out video. But I just wanted to put my thoughts out there. So, times are pressing. I've got to put my tie on. So, I'll see you all later.